The more I study philosophy, the more I see that in some sense it covers the same ground over and over, but in another sense it evolves and grows. Sometimes certain concepts and propositions come into favor, then they fade away when their creators pass on, only to come back to life at later times. Understanding those ideas that come up again and again, those fundamental universal ideas, requires good contextual understanding of multiple views of those universals. The more perspectives we're able to ingest, the clearer our perspective of the indirect universal implication becomes. We can see the spectrum from hard deterministic repetition to absolute subjective relativism. It's absolutely imperative that all people study philosophy to understand the importance of ethics and the different viewpoints and their consequences. As technology advances, this ethical perspective can help us evolve philosophy to meet new situations and plan for the future. So in that sense, philosophy is always growing. So there's concepts and ideas that we go over again and again in new ways to solidify our indirect view of the hard objective universal. There's unsolvable trolley car type problems that will always be in question. And there's new philosophy that emerges as technology advances. Finally, there's the obsoleting of old ideas as scientists evolve new language to meet their observations, reaffirming the objective universal. Philosophers revisit the same concepts in different ways throughout history. This is a necessary part of growth and the evolutionary process. Reaffirmation and reinterpretation, evolving contexts. Philosophers reconsider ideas in light of new cultural, scientific, and social contexts. For example, the nature of knowledge, epistemology, has been explored from Pyrrho's skepticism to Descartes' rationalism, and then to contemporary discussions influenced by the cognitive sciences. Refinement and precision. Revisiting philosophical concepts allows for refining and clarifying ideas. Aristotle's development of logic built on earlier work by Socrates and Plato. Contemporary philosophers might refine theories of mind by integrating insights from neuroscience, keeping their philosophies relevant and applicable in modern times. Reaffirming objective reality and timeless concepts. Objective reality. Philosophers debate the nature of objective reality to understand the fundamental structure of the world. Realism and idealism have been recurring themes from Plato's theory of forms to contemporary debates about the nature of existence. Revisiting these ideas helps affirm or challenge our understanding of what is real. Timeless human concerns. Certain philosophical issues are perennial because they address fundamental aspects of human existence. Questions about ethics, free will, and the mind-body problem and the nature of consciousness are timeless. They arise naturally from our experience and thus remain relevant across different eras. Foundational ideas. Core concepts like justice, beauty, and truth are central to human life and society. Philosophers revisit these ideas to ensure they remain relevant and to adapt them to changing circumstances. Examples of philosophical repetition. Ethics. From Aristotle's virtue ethics to Kant's deontology and Bentham's utilitarianism, ethical theories have evolved but continue to address the same fundamental questions about what it means to live a good life and make moral decisions. Epistemology. Theories of knowledge have been debated from Plato's theory of forms to Descartes' rationalism, Hume's empiricism, and contemporary discussions on the limits of human cognition. Metaphysics. Questions about the nature of reality, existence, and the universe have been explored by pre-Socratic philosophers, medieval scholastics, and modern philosophers like Heidegger, and contemporary metaphysicians. By continually revisiting and reinterpreting foundational ideas, philosophy remains a dynamic and vital field capable of addressing both enduring and emerging questions about the human condition and the nature of reality. Unsolvable trolley car type problems. Unsolvable problems such as the trolley car dilemmas exemplify the enduring and dynamic nature of philosophical inquiry. These problems reveal the complexities and nuances of moral reasoning, demonstrating why philosophy will always remain relevant. The classic trolley problem presents a moral dilemma. A trolley is headed towards 5 people tied to a track. You can divert the trolley to another track where it will only kill 1 person instead of the 5. Should you pull the lever? Numerous variations exist, each adding complexities such as whether to push a large man off a bridge to stop the trolley, or deciding when to sacrifice one life to save others in different contexts. Why these problems are unsolvable. Moral intuition versus moral theory. Trolley problems pit our moral intuitions against formal moral theories. For example, utilitarianism suggests pulling the lever to minimize harm, while deontological ethics might prohibit deliberately causing harm even for the greater good. Real-world scenarios are rarely as clear-cut as thought experiments. Factors such as uncertainty, emotional involvement, and specific details can influence moral judgments. Conflicting values. These dilemmas highlight conflicts between moral values such as the sanctity of life, individual rights, and the greater good. Resolving these conflicts often involves prioritizing one value over another, which is inherently subjective. Philosophy will never be dead. New challenges and timeless questions. As human knowledge and society evolve, new challenges will arise, but the fundamental questions about how we should live, what we can know, and what is ultimately real will persist. Philosophy provides the tools to navigate these questions. Adaptability and resilience. Philosophy's adaptability to new contexts and its resilience in the face of unsolvable problems ensure its ongoing relevance. Philosophers continue to develop new theories, critiques, and perspectives that enrich our understanding of the world and our place in it. Cultural and intellectual heritage. Philosophy is a cornerstone of human culture and intellectual heritage. Its insights and methods permeate other disciplines, influencing science, literature, politics, and art. Philosophy's engagement with unsolvable problems like the trolley dilemma exemplifies its enduring nature. These problems not only challenge our moral intuitions, but also highlight the necessity of continual philosophical inquiry in addressing the complex and evolving issues that humanity faces. New and emerging philosophy that leads technological advancement. Philosophy's enduring relevance is particularly evident in its influence on technological advancements and the ethical considerations these innovations bring. As technology progresses, it inevitably brings about complex ethical issues that require careful consideration. For instance, advancements in AI and automation raise significant questions about employment and the nature of work. Philosophers engage with these issues by examining the ethical implications of replacing human labor with machines, the potential for economic inequality, and the societal impacts of widespread automation. These discussions are crucial for shaping policies and practices that ensure technology benefits society as a whole rather than making existing inequalities worse. Philosophy also plays a vital role in anticipating the long-term consequences of technological advancements. By engaging in thought experiments and considering potential scenarios, philosophers help society prepare for future challenges. This foresight is particularly important in fields like artificial intelligence, where the development of autonomous systems raises questions about control, accountability, and the potential risks of AI surpassing human intelligence. Obsoleting of old ideas. While philosophy maintains its relevance through continuous engagement with fundamental questions, it's crucial to remain vigilant in reassessing and potentially obsoleting outdated ideas as scientific language and observations evolve. This process of philosophical evolution ensures that our conceptual frameworks and ethical considerations keep pace with advancements in scientific understanding and technological development. So everybody that thinks that philosophy is dead and a waste of time, these are the reasons why it will always endure. It's needed, it's necessary. As long as there's cause and effect, and as long as there's relationships that lead to destructive or productive outcomes, there's always going to be planning. What to do and why to do it. What to do, we'll use all the necessary tools of the time to achieve the goal, but we can't even set the goal without the why. The why requires an evaluation of the consequences, a review of historical evidence, and the setting of a goal. I hope if you've made it this far in the video, you know the goal is human flourishing and the aversion to human suffering. If you like this kind of philosophical subject matter, help us out by liking the video and subscribing to the channel.